It's kind of a ridiculous reason not to kill anybody, and nope, wrong thing. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Evelyn, and today I'm here to talk to you about love. That's right, as I said in my last video, since this is February and it is the Valentine's season, I decided that all of my videos this month are going to be about love. Fingers crossed I'm posting this on the day that I'm supposed to, which means that Valentine's Day was just last week. Funny thing about Valentine's Day, it can make you feel a little weird about romantic relationships. Now, I'm a high school student for a few more months at least, and romantic relationships are by far not at the top of my priority list, but that doesn't mean I'm not open to them. I have been told, however, that I can be a little picky when it comes to potential romantic interests. Let's word it like it's a book. I'm not picky, I just know what I want, and what I want is a relationship out of a romantic novel. No, but seriously, I read a lot of books, and a lot of books have really, really adorable romances in them, and why shouldn't I want something that cute and adorable for myself? Now, obviously, I don't want a relationship exactly like most of my OTPs. Call me crazy, but I really don't want my boyfriend to marry my aunt, or turn into a horse half the time, or have a secret wife hidden in his attic. But there are some aspects of different fictional relationships that I think are important to have in a regular relationship. So I often find myself thinking in terms of my OTPs when it comes to what I'm looking for in a relationship. One of the things that I think is really important is that I want to be friends with whoever I end up in a relationship with before we start dating. I want to, have some sort of connection. I don't think that you can just base a relationship purely off of attraction and that it will work in your favor in the long run. So, for example, Percy and Annabeth, from literally anything Rick Riordan ever publishes. They are probably my biggest OTP of all time, and they started out as friends. It's because of the strong friendship that they started out with that over time their relationship was able to blossom into the loving, supportive thing that it is currently. I say as if they are real. They're real in my heart. That's what counts. Granted, they were 12 when they met, but if they hadn't been friends first, then their relationship wouldn't be nearly as strong as it is. Same thing goes for Ron and Hermione from the Harry Potter series. They wouldn't have worked as a couple if they hadn't gotten to know each other as friends, because they understood each other, they'd known each other since they were 12, and some of the things that if they'd met and started dating right away would have ruined their relationship, they understood and were okay with because they'd been friends for so long. So another thing that I think is really important in a relationship is respecting one another's boundaries. People move at their own pace, so while one person in a relationship might be ready to take that next step forward, the other person might not be. And it's important that you're open and honest about that, and that's something that I'm looking for, someone who would be willing to have conversations about what our boundaries are and where we want to be heading together as a unit. And for some strange reason, both of my examples for this have a character named Blue in them. The first being Simon and Blue from Simon versus the Homo sapiens Agenda. These two meet online and start their relationship emailing back and forth without knowing the other's true identity. And Simon is so ready from the get-go to know who Blue is and make their relationship real and, be able to be with each other in real life. But Blue isn't necessarily ready for that. But Simon doesn't spend the entire book trying to figure out who Blue is. In fact, Simon lets himself be blackmailed so that their emails won't get out and expose both of them to the world, because he knows that Blue isn't ready for that. I love him. I love them so much. The second example is actually Blue and Gansey from the Raven Cycle series. Because when Blue tells Gansey that she legitimately can't kiss anybody because she might accidentally kill them, he's cool with it. He just totally accepts it. It's kind of a ridiculous reason not to kiss anybody. If you think about it, a lot of people would be like, Blue, you're crazy. That's so dumb. Kiss me anyway, right? But Gansey takes it seriously because it matters to her. And yeah, I want somebody who, if I told them, hey, I can't kiss you because I might kill you, they would take it seriously because it's important to me. Like, hashtag goals. Another thing that I really care about is I want my significant other to be supportive of the things that I care about, and I want them to take an interest in my interests. We don't have to have the exact same interests. Like, I don't need my boyfriend or girlfriend to be totally obsessed with Harry Potter, but I want them to be willing to listen to me be totally obsessed with Harry Potter, and then I'll listen to whatever they're totally obsessed about too. And we get to take turns, and it'll be nice because, you know, I don't know a lot about Taylor Swift, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't care to learn. I think that if somebody really cares about you, they should take the time to learn about the things that you really care about. That's why I love Levi from Fangirl so much, because, oh my god, he is the sweetest, most supportive character I think I've ever read about. He single-handedly revived chivalry. I love that even though he doesn't totally understand fanfiction, he knows that it's what Kath loves, and so he's willing to let her tell him about it. He's not a reader, but he loves stories just as much as she does. He just can't read to himself, so she reads out loud to him, and they're able to share things together because they have that kind of compromise. So to go along with the whole support thing, I know sometimes guys, we're gonna go with guys, it's mostly a guy problem. Guys can be a little bit defensive. So, drawing a little bit from my personal life here, the one semi-serious relationship I had, granted this was a while ago, but I couldn't help but feel like the guy was always a little bit threatened by me. We did have a lot of common interests, and one of them was band. We're in the same section in band, still are, and for a while I was better than him at the trumpet. I just was. I didn't have to practice as hard to be good. He let it get to him, and he kind of became competitive. I just wanted to play the trumpet because I liked playing the trumpet, and he made it about who was better. I don't want that. I don't want somebody who's threatened by me succeeding at things. So I'm looking for somebody who challenges me. In a way, he was challenging me to become better and challenging himself to become better, but it wasn't a challenge that I was looking for. I'm looking for somebody who challenges me without controlling me, and I think one of the best examples of that I can come up with is Cimmerine and Mindenbar from the Enchanted Forest Chronicles. Now, I know you guys have heard me talk about how much I love Cimmerine. She is a total badass. From the get-go, she has always been her own person. She wants to learn her own things, and she doesn't want to be tied down by any man. So when her parents try and force her to marry this prince that she doesn't like, she runs away to live with dragons. Doesn't mean she's not interested in romance, she's just interested in romance on her own terms. And the princes that keep coming to try and rescue her don't respect her choices in life. But then enter Mindenbar, who not only respects her choices in life, but really admires her for the fighter and the warrior that she is. And I just need a Mindenbar in my life because I do plan on succeeding at things, and I don't need somebody holding me back because they're self-conscious about that. My final criteria, well, not my final criteria, but the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is willing to admit that you were wrong. Because we all are sometimes, and I think it's important that we own up to that, especially when it comes to our relationships, romantic or otherwise. And I think possibly the best example of that would be Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. There's just no better pair of idiots who can't get their shit together than them. Actually, you know what? That's not true. Beatrice and Benedict from Much Ado About Nothing are also that dumb. The entire plot of Pride and Prejudice is about realizing that you can make mistakes and misjudge people and move on from that. That first impressions aren't everything, and that sometimes you're wrong about people. Like, Elizabeth Bennet is mostly wrong about most people. It's literally in the title, Pride and Prejudice. Be big enough to admit when you were wrong. It's something that I need to work on. Honestly, probably the biggest thing I need to work on off of this list. Just with people in general, I get defensive. And I admit that. I'm admitting that to you. I get defensive very easily. And I don't like admitting when I was wrong. But if I want to have healthy relationships moving forward into the next phase of my life, I need to learn how to do that. I need to pull an Elizabeth Bennet. I'm sorry, this video is so freaking ridiculous. I love it so much. So yeah, that's it. 5 lessons I've learned about love from literature. Hey, title! I didn't have a title for this video yet. Improvisation. If you like this video and you want to see more amazing content from me, please click the subscribe button down below. Also, leave a comment down below telling me about your OTPs and why they are literally #goals. So with that being said, my name is Evelyn. I make new videos every magical Monday, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.